Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? What's up, y'all? Oh, man. Sorry about that. I had to put the mic in. Yo, I have no idea what the name of this video gonna be. I have no idea where I'm going with this. All I got to say is today was a crazy, crazy day. When you work in nursing homes, when you work at elder care and nursing homes, you're gonna get some crazy, crazy days. Today was one of them days. Oh my goodness. I gotta put a lesson in this video. I gotta put a lesson. I don't know, maybe, have you heard of the 2s and 3s in nursing homes? This is not much of a lesson. It's going to be like a teachable moment or something that you might not have known, but every healthcare worker knows this. Everybody who works in nursing homes, everybody who works with the older population, we know this to be true. I did not want to believe this. When I first started working and people told me this, I did not want to believe it. I've been in the game 15 years. It took me a few years to really believe it, even though it was happening all the time. Now you got to understand, when you work in elder care, when you work in nursing homes for a long time, death becomes very normal to you. You feel what I'm saying? Death becomes normal. And they always say that death is a part of life. When you work in elder care, you understand this statement very, very clear. Death is a part of life. It just is. I know for someone who doesn't experience it a lot in their family and in their personal life, it's hard. It's, something that it'll take weeks, months, years to get over. It's different when you work in elder care. You will lose a lot of friends if you work in nursing homes. You will lose a lot of close people you're close to if you work in elder care, and it's going to be normal to you. It's going to be normal, and sad to say, I can't speak for every healthcare worker. I can speak for myself. The emotions, I'm not going to say we don't have emotions. I'm just saying that it's so normalized that sometimes we kind of just move on, especially when we expect it. But the 2s and 3s, if you haven't heard of this phenomenon, let me explain it to you. When I first started working in healthcare, first started working in nursing homes, I gravitated to elder care. I gravitated to nursing homes really, really fast. I loved it, and I still love it to this day, 15 years later. And I gravitated toward this setting. However, I did not know about the phenomenon that is when people pass away in nursing homes, it happens in 2s and 3s. Meaning, if someone passes away in a nursing home, within at least a week or a few days, there will be another, and then there will be another. There'll be 3 people. 2s and 3s. If it's not 3s, then it's 2s. It happens all the time. It has been happening ever since I've been working, even when I didn't believe it. I thought they were lying. I thought it was somebody, just making something up. When they told me about it, the people who, when I came in, have been doing it for a long time. But in 15 years since I've been doing this, it happens like clockwork. It happens all the time. A few weeks ago, one of my friends, she was passing away. Took a few days. And I hate when they do this, but I understand why they do this. I hate it, but I understand why they do it at the same time. The facility, when a person is passing away, let's say they're in the B bed. So you have an A bed and a B bed. B bed is closer to the window. A bed is closer to the door of the room. So when you come in the room, there's the first bed, there's A bed, then next to the window, there's B bed. My friend was in B bed, and she was slowly going downhill, meaning she was passing away actively. And what they did was they moved her to a room in an A bed. They took her out of that room and moved her to a room in an A bed, meaning to a room closer to the door. Now, they do this because when a person is close to the end of life, you want that person to be closer to the door so that the coroner, so that they can come pick that person up when they pass away. It's less, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to get these words wrong. It's easier on the facility, it's easier on the neighbor that's in the room if they have to get that person from the bed that's closer to the door, because they have to take that person out, that body out. I have to put it on a stretcher, they have to cover her up. It's a whole procedure that goes into it. We have to close all the doors, everybody has to, clear the hallways because they're taking that person out. That's a tradition. I mean, that's what we do. Like I said, I understand why they do it, but I don't like it. It's kind of like, it feels a little weird, It feels like, they just, just getting them ready to get her out and get another person in here. But that's the reality. So my friend passed away a few days ago. And then today I come in and another gentleman who we wasn't really, really close, but I worked with him a few times in therapy. He didn't like therapy at all. I haven't been to this place in about 2 days, but he passed away a day ago. So that's number 2. Lo and behold, there's another woman who I'm actually really close to. Kind of mad about this one because he just came to the nursing home. She just came to the nursing home long term, meaning she's accepted that she needs to be in a facility like this. The family, everybody is on the same page, even her. She's she's not fighting it. She says she understands. I believe early 90s. And she was doing great. I was getting her up, walking her around the building. We were playing, she liked to play catch. We would play catch in the gym to work on her balance, with like a balloon or a ball, a small softball or whatever. But she had a fall, maybe about 4 days ago. Had a fall, and after that fall, she went downhill. I'm going to make a whole video on that phenomenon right there, falls. And how after a person falls, a lot of times it can be unrecoverable. Let's just say that. There's a reason why your doctor, last time you've been to the doctor, has your doctor asked you, have you had any falls? There's a reason that doctor asks you if you've had any falls. But that's a whole nother video. Let's get back to this one, 2s and 3s. But anyway, my friend, who I'm really cool with, really close to, she tells me she loves me all the time. I love you. Like, she literally tells me she loves me. I tell her right back, I love you too, mama. That's what I say. We ain't supposed to say mama. That's in like our rule book and handbook, but we can't help it. We do it all the time. We're not supposed to give people nicknames. We're not supposed to say pops or, mama, stuff like that, but it becomes natural, especially when they give you nicknames. They give you nicknames all the time, so we give it back, but she ain't supposed to do it. But she was really cool. She is really cool. But ever since her fall, she's been kind of going downhill, and she is in those late stages. So that was 1, 2, and this appears to be 3 coming pretty soon. I didn't believe this phenomenon. I didn't believe it when they told me. But when it started happening and I started seeing it for myself, I've even done research on it. I've Googled it, I don't know how many times, just to see if any information has changed on this. And the research says that there's no evidence to show that this is a pattern. That's what the research says. There's no evidence to show that it's a pattern, but because when it happens, because our minds are trained to think that it happens, then 2s and 3s, another one and another one. But no, I'm telling you, any healthcare workers out there, you work in healthcare, do you work in nursing homes? Have you noticed this pattern? It happens in 2s and 3s. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's going on. You know, I typically don't believe in stuff like this, but I wouldn't believe it if I have not seen it over, I'm talking years. I've seen this over years. It happens in 2s and 3s. So if anybody out there can explain that phenomenon to me, please let me know. Why do people pass away in nursing homes in 2s and 3s? Why? Where does this come from? Why is that? I even had a coworker said that she's had people pass away in a nursing home, and then people she'll know in her personal life have passed away soon after to make up that 2s and 3s number. I'm like, this is, I don't know where this comes from, why this happens like this, but it happens all the time. So this video, I just wanted to inform you on something that happens that you might not know about. But yes, this is an actual, I'm not gonna say a fact, but it happens. I've seen it happen plenty of times. So if there's a psychologist or somebody out there that has studied this stuff, I would really like to know, because I can't find any information on it, but I see it all the time. All the healthcare workers know it. All the healthcare workers acknowledge it. It's a thing. So just wanted to give you some information. Just wanted to inform you on something that we as healthcare workers see on a regular basis. And as far as, what I was talking about being, I'm not going to say numb. But death becomes normal to us. It becomes very, very normal. There was a time when someone passed away, and there was a new girl. Oh, I felt so bad for this girl. New girl, she was young, maybe early 20s, and she was in housekeeping. So she was cleaning some rooms. I was in the hallway, and I saw them start shutting the doors. When they start shutting all the doors, there's either a couple of things happen. There's either a fire drill or someone has passed away. So they start shutting the doors. So I knew what happened. So I had to go and shut other doors. I had to help out shutting the doors because I saw the gentleman coming with the suits and the stretcher. And she was, I think she might have had an ear pod in, listening to her music, cleaning the room. She had no idea what was going on. So I immediately had to grab her. Hey, we got to get in this room and we got to close the door. And she's like, what? She thought something was wrong. What's wrong? What's going on? And I told her, I said, the lady next door just passed away. And before we was able to close the door, me and her, she's standing with her, she had the mop. Before we closed the door, she was able to see the lady being brought out on the stretcher, not body, she was fully covered, but she saw her being brought out. This girl started crying her eyes out. I'm talking bawling, tears just bawling. Remember, she was new and she was young. She has not gotten used to this. And that's when I realized how normalized it is to me. Because I look at her, I say, what's wrong? I ask her what's wrong as if I'm really wondering what's wrong. That's how normal it's become to me in 15 years. And I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, that's how it is. It becomes normal to you when you've been doing it for a long time. I say, hey, what's wrong? She said, I never seen that before. She's never, been that close to that before. So she was just crying. I'm trying to console her. I'm telling her, it's okay. It happens. You're going to see this in this setting. And she was just crying. Her supervisor had to let her go, just sit in the office for a little bit to calm down because it happened so sudden for her. She was, like I said, she was cleaning, listening to her music, and then she see it, and I had to tell her, hey, we got to get in the room. I have to close the door. We had to get in a patient's room. I was actually working with a patient in his room doing a couple exercises, and I had to pull her in, hey, we got to get in this room, and I got to close the door for a little while. So as far as it becoming normal to us, what can we do about that? I don't know. After I'm done with this profession, I don't know if I'm going to need to talk to somebody. I don't know. Might have to. But it does become normal to you because it's a part of life. It's a part of life. And I just lost 2 friends and a gentleman that, I did know, but not that close to him. But just want to give you a heads up. If you work in this profession, this is something you'll have to deal with. You'll lose a lot of friends. A lot. Sad to say. And it's going to become normal to you if you're interested in this profession. This is not to scare you off from this profession because it's amazing. It can be crazy, it can be hectic, it can be fun. It's gonna be sad, it's gonna be happy times, but it's a very fulfilling job. It's a very fulfilling work that you're doing, helping your community out. Even though the profession has like a, I'm not gonna say a stigma, it's like a, it's not seen in a good light. Working in nursing homes in general, they're not seen, not always viewed positively, even though there's a lot of good things that go down in nursing homes. I'm gonna make a whole nother video about that too, about how the misconception about nursing homes. But anyway, just wanted to leave an informational video just to share something with y'all that you might not have known about, the 2s and 3s phenomenon. I would like it explained to me, because I really want to know, where does this come from? Why does this happen? Because it does happen. Happens a lot. It happens to the point where when someone passes away, we all, wonder, who's next, because we've seen it so much. But yeah, that's a video for today, man. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you learned something. So, today was a crazy day. Matter of fact, I probably got like 40-minute drive to get home. I got a couple more videos, a couple more crazy things happened today that I'm gonna talk about. So the next two videos, you probably gonna see me in this physical therapy physio t-shirt. I wear t-shirts, physical therapy t-shirts all the time. You know why? Because whenever I enter into a building, I'm usually a new face. So when I enter a patient's room, I'm usually a new face that they haven't met before. I'm usually covering for somebody else, or I'm usually just there to help out. So when I go into a patient's room, I want them to be at ease. They see this 6-foot tall guy walking into the room and they're probably like, who is this? I always introduce myself and let them know why I'm there. But I like to wear a shirt that says physical therapy on it in some way, shape, or form. That way they can know, okay, this guy's physical therapy. I know what I got to do. I got to get up and exercise, and I got to get out this bed and get moving. So that's why I wear physical therapy t-shirts. I don't know what this one says, like physio or something. I have no idea. I get them off of Amazon. But yeah, it's a video for the day, yo. Y'all be cool. I'm gonna holler at y'all in like 2 minutes in another video. Oh man, crazy day. Woo! But I love it. Shout out to all the healthcare workers. Make sure you respect your elders. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video.